Summit. What you're going to learn right now over the next 2 days is not this fluffy, rah-rah thing. We're not going to learn how to build balloon arches and run through them. We're not going to learn how to bake cakes on Teacher Appreciation Day as much as they need them and leave that to somebody else. We're going to learn how to sit in a circle and identify the critical issues that are going on our campuses. We're going to learn how to communicate. We're going to learn how to read body language. We're going to learn all this stuff. We're going to learn that tomorrow. Today, over the next 3 hours, I'm here to give you the purpose of this program. I'm here to put the challenge out in front of you and say, are you in? Because all that training, all that leadership stuff is great, but unless you have a purpose and you have a commitment behind what you're about, it means nothing. If we're going to go tackle the bullying and the hate and the racism and the gangs, we can't sit there and go at it half effort. We can't sit there and say, I'm kind of in. Because if you would have asked me 13 years ago if I'd be traveling this country speaking to kids in middle school right now about suicide, I would say you're crazy. It was hard enough as a high school teacher in health class to work with 16 and 17-year-olds on the topic of suicide. I'd say, you're crazy. They're too young for that conversation. It hurt too bad when I would sit there and create a lesson and I had somebody in the room whose mom committed suicide, or dad, or brother, or something, and I'm sitting there trying to engage and it's going, it's too adult of a topic. But here I am 13 years later, traveling the country, working with kids that are 12, 13 years old on suicide. And I'm sitting here going, dang, this stuff is hitting them at a younger and younger age. And guess what age level's calling me now to go down and develop the PLUS program for them so we can tackle this stuff? Guess what grade level's calling me now? Elementary school. I almost start shaking thinking about this, and I am, because my little son and daughter are first grade and second grade. You're going to learn about them today a little bit too. Because when I built this program, I was a single dude, no family, traveling the world. And now 13 years later, I'm a father, a husband, and I'm putting my kids into a school setting, and I know what's going on in there. There's a good and a bad thing about being an expert at this stuff. One is you know what's going on. Two, you know what's going on. And you go tackle it. And this is what I know. As much as they love their dad, as much as all your kids and everyone, we think we're adults. We tell you what to do. You do it. No. As much as I know and as much love as they give me, guess who has more pulse and more juice than I do over them? You. High school kids. High school kids that go down and do some cross-age mentoring and work with the younger kids. First, we're going to start here on this campus. We're going to look to take your talents and your influence down in the middle schools. Because at the middle schools, you guys are rock stars. And then when you go down to elementary school, whatever you say, those kids are like, oh my gosh. And when you leave those elementary schools, I don't care who you are, you sign autographs. Because that's how much juice you have over them. See, I could go down there and as teachers, we'll sit there. I never left the classroom. And a student came up and said, hey, Mr. V, you signed a full autograph? No. You guys leave classrooms and kids will come up and say, hey, can I get your autograph, dude? What? Yeah. I got pictures. I got pictures. And this program is bottled up in that influence that you bring to the table. It's an influence that you bring to the table. I can give them all leadership development. We can. And someday you're going to get all that. I'm here to bottle up that influence and challenge you to participate in this thing. And if you, at the end of today, I'm going to give you a question. Are you in? And if you're in, then you come back tomorrow. Then we learn how to facilitate this stuff.